thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope. He says, some verses, I know the plans, which are the methods of acting and doing and proceeding and development and advance. The thoughts, the intention, the plans of purpose, the future. It is something that gives you an expected end, an appearance of God, an added origin. Hope, words that obviously get you up and get you going to an expected end. Expected end of stirring yourself up to know that wherever I am, I'm not finished. You don't understand that. You need that when you're sick, that whenever somebody's sitting up telling you, I done talked myself out of some sicknesses. I've sat up and I tell folks, are you feeling bad? No, I'm not. I'm not going to even go there. I'm not going to let you get my mindset, because now I'm going to tell my immune system that I'm not going to operate in this. I'm not going to sit up here and be discomfort because I've allowed somebody to tell me I'm at the wrong place. I'm going deeper in that in just a moment, but I need you to understand, it is still yet amazes me yet how the enemy and his crafty plans and strategies commands and intimidates us yet to get off course. Yet we are reminded from Isaiah 54 and 17 that no weapon, I said no weapon, it may form, but it won't prosper. I'm going to say that again. No weapon, although it forms, it will not prosper. I don't care what's coming after you, what's coming after your children. You need to not get depressed. You need to stand up, bow your back, throw your head back and say, I see it formed, but it ain't going to prosper. And if that ain't going to prosper, it means I'm going to prosper. Well, if I'm going to prosper, that means I'm more than an overcomer. I'm more than a conqueror. I'm greater and there's he that's in me than he that's in the world. I'll start to flick that thing and turn it around. Instead of getting depressed and stressed, I'm going to start dancing and having a good time, because I know it's being formed. And if it's formed, it's trying to get me off track. If it's trying to get me off track, means I'm getting too close to where I'm supposed to be. And if I'm getting close to where I'm supposed to be, thank God that I got devils that are encouraging me, because I'm making hell mad and God glad. What's this now? What's this? I want to talk to you this morning. What's this now? Here's what to do to stay on plan. Number one is to hit fear. Touch your neighbor and say, hit fear. No, that was a wimp hit. That's why nobody want to be a saint. Say, hit fear. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The first thing that happens on an assault from the enemy is it tries to bring fear in you. And that's something you can't let dwell in you. I'm telling you, I said that's something you cannot let dwell in you. How do you hit fear? You hit fear by hitting your knees. I said you hit fear by hitting your knees. The greatest barrier to success is the fear of failing. In Luke 21:26 it says, men's hearts failing them from fear and the expectation of those things which are coming on the earth. Yeah, you cannot allow your heart to fail on you. You cannot allow yourself to get in a situation so every day you get up, you need to be in the fee-fi-fo-fum mood. Meaning somewhere something's going to come up and it's going to immediately try to make me go to fear mode. But I'm going to hit fear just as fast. I mean, you need to go, God gives you permission to go streetwise. That's a part of you that just needs to be unredeemed for a moment. And when fear starts to come up, you need to kick. Just like you used to do before you were saved, you need to stop it. Ladies, you need to take your pumps off and start whooping fear upside the head. You need to get real mad when they start to mess with your children, mess with your finance, mess with your feet, mess with your joy. You need to hit fear. Somebody say, hit fear. Now hit your neighbor real soft. Tell them, don't mess with me. I ain't going to even entertain fear. That ain't even in my, I don't even know what that means. Because fear is an emotional response to something that you think is going to cause you danger or harm. In 1 John 4:18, it says, there is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out all fear, because fear involves torment. I'm not going to let the devil become a terrorist. Hello, somebody. That's like knowing that bin Laden is in Afghanistan and you going to Iraq. Got that message? If you know where fear is coming from, go after fear and understand I go after it. And look, I ain't going to let it cause me to hate. I'm not going to let it cause me to get upset. I'm not going to let it cause me to have drama. See, a lot of folks you be sitting up can't figure out why they so dramatized and all of that is because they're walking around in fear. And they're trying to cover up their fear. And you need to look at them and say, stop that drama and get some love in you. Hit fear straight on so you can stop sitting up here worrying yourself to death. 2 Timothy 1 says, for God has not given us the spirit of what? That didn't come from God. If you scared, that didn't come from God. But he gave us what? There you go. Somebody over there, that young lady over there said power. One person in here got power. He gave us power. What's this? Say it with me. Power. Say it again. Power. That comes from your innermost being. When God gives you power, man, you don't even have to go in a phone booth and change. You can just stand up right there and bow yourself back. I got power. And somebody look at you and say, you look mighty weak. You looking in the flesh. I got God Almighty. I got the angelic host. I've got everything surrounding me. You better not mess with me, because you're not messing with me. You're messing with God. And when you mess with God, I got to pray for you. Because if you make God mad, God's going to kill you. God's going to hurt you. So you go ahead if you want to. But if I was you, I'd bless me. Because if you bless me, you're going to get blessed. But if you curse me, you're going to get cursed. I'm going to sleep because I ain't even going to worry about you. Gives you power, love, and a sound mind. Touch your name and say, the first thing is to hit fear. Second thing is to not walk in it. Now watch this. Watch this. If I'm going to hit fear, now, how am I going to deal with this situation? Well, let me tell you how you're going to do it. God is the redeemer of all situations. I'm going to repeat that. God. Say that with me. God. Say it King James like God. He is the redeemer. Please understand that. Of all situations. That's why he says in Proverbs, in all thy ways acknowledge me, and I'm going to direct your path. Why you want to know all? Because I am the redeemer in all situations. So if I'm going to redeem you in all situations, if I'm going to take responsibility for all situations, and I need to consult with you in all situations. So if you acknowledge me in all situations, I'm going to redeem you in. And the reason why the devil's trying to stop you from praying is because he knows that you got an all-sufficient God. And if you talk to God about all your stuff, God's going to redeem you back in all your stuff. And so he's trying to hinder your praise and hinder your prayer. The devil is a lie. I done hit that. I done knocked that out because he is my redeemer. What's it? I want to talk to you for a minute. That's it. In Job 19 and 25, it says, for I know, you need to go there and highlight that one. For I know that my Redeemer lives, and he shall stand at the last on the earth. Isaiah 35 and 4 says, I got to move. Say to those who are fearful hearted, be strong. Do not fear. Behold, what's this? Your God will come with vengeance, with the recompense of God, and he will come and save you. Touch your neighbor, say, I got that. Say, my God. Say, my God will come with vengeance. That's why I'm not afraid. Isaiah 41:10 says, fear not. Please hear this. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will, for the weak folks, strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteousness right hand. Isaiah 41:13 says, for I, the Lord your God, will hold your right hand, saying to you, fear not. I will help you. This is the psalm say, he is a very present if you want to know where God is the most, he's very present in time of trouble. Now, he saw you chilling in the sun and the good weather yesterday. He was watching you and all that. But if trouble stirred up, he steps right up there right next to you. Watch this now. Watch this now. He redeems us in such a way. Now, here's the challenge that most folks don't like. He redeems us in such a way that nobody gets the credit but him. Now, that'll mess you up. Touch your neighbor and say, that'll mess you up. It'll mess you up because it looks like you've been set up to be helped by somebody. And if they helped you, you be putting their name in your testimony. And then if he set up his system where it was always somebody doing something for you, that somebody would start to get arrogant and start to become your God. And then when they didn't help you, you would have an attitude because they weren't there when you needed them, and now you're scarred in relationship and can't go out with nobody else because you're thinking about that scar of 5 years ago. God says, when I redeem you, there ain't nobody else's name you're going to be able to call. When you run out of friends, when you run out of relatives, when you run out of co-workers, when you run out of doctors, when you run out of lawyers, and when you run out of your mama and your daddy, then the Lord will take you up. He may not come when you want him, but he's going right on time. He's an on-time God, and he's going to get the praise, glory, and honor. And if you agree with God, give him praise. Now watch this. I'm almost finished. I'll be finished at 9:30. Number 3, watch your words. Touch your neighbor, say, watch your words. Say, child, watch your words. Not only do you hit fear, not only do you not walk in fear, you watch your words. Watch this. Our lives are first activated with a thought that is then followed by a word, which is transmitted throughout our lives and universe. What's this? When you speak a word, it's out there. Just because I stopped hearing it in my ear doesn't mean it stopped. A word has to do something. That's the reason why the Bible says death and life is where? Of the what? Please hear this. If you don't hear nothing else I say, you got to write this down. Write it down again. Watch your words. Please hear this. Please hear this. Let me go a little deeper. Watch this. The words that you speak will rise up and sup with you. Which means the words you speak will become what you eat and drink. The words you speak will fellowship with you. That's why if you ever had to go to the hospital, watch who come in your room and tell them don't say nothing. Because if they don't come with words of edification, they'll start to speak death, and if you're at the wrong moment,